Our daily burst of joy today is taken from Psalm 94:19, and it says this: When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought joy to my soul. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone who doesn't suffer from some levels of anxiety. For those of you who don't know me, I did suffer severely from anxiety over the past several years. As a matter of fact, I had a testimony that I shared about this at an event recently, a couple months ago, and I had my testimony videotaped and I did post it on this channel, Make Jesus Personal channel, and it was posted on December 16th of 2024. So if you want to check that out, please do, because it talks about this verse. And consolation does mean the giving of hope and strength in times of grief, distress, or suffering. That's what God does. He's a God of comfort and compassion. And for me, I could have done all kinds of other things to help myself and help the symptoms, but until I got to the root of what's causing my anxiety, that's what God helps with. Until I did that, I was going to stay where I was or live with it forever. I said, no, I'm not living with this forever. I'm going to address the root of what's causing my anxiety. And it started with my stinking thinking, because the way we think determines the way we feel, which determines the way we act or behave. And anxiety does start in our thinking initially, most of it. I know there's others that might have chemical imbalances and things like that. I understand that piece. But God can heal us of anything and everything. But the root truly needs to be addressed, however that can be. And for me, God helped me address the root, which I talk about in my testimony, of which were 10 different things that I had to work through. And He taught me and worked through. And He will do the same for you if you're willing. I'm going to tell you right now, it was not easy. I felt very alone, very scared and afraid. Couldn't sleep for a long time, like a long time. Couldn't eat. I lost a lot of weight. It was not good. But the anxiety gripped me and got a hold of me, and I had to work through all of what was causing it. God is a God of compassion. He's a God of power, and He can help to deliver us from all of this stuff in our lives if we're willing to go through the work, which again is not an easy thing. But He empowers you to do that when you know Him as your Savior, because His Spirit comes to live inside His followers, and then they have the power to do the impossible that only God can do. So if you don't know Jesus as your Savior, that's the first step. I also wanted to read this same verse from the Passion Translation because it adds a little emphasis, and it's really great. It says, "Whenever my busy thoughts were out of control, the soothing comfort of your presence calmed me down and overwhelmed me with delight." I love that. That's God for you. So let's live in the joy and peace of Jesus, not in the anxiety of the world. Let's come to know Him, transform our minds in His Word each and every day, so we're not going to be conformed to the junk. All right? So I hope this blesses you today. Have a wonderful, special day, and God's blessing.